Hi everyone, I'm Ali. When you pull out your phone and go through the emojis, you might have noticed these monkeys looking rather cute and playful, covering their eyes, ears, and mouth. Have you ever wondered where they come from? And why are they covering parts of their faces? In this video, I'll explain the origin of these monkeys, the meanings behind their gestures, as well as how they got into our emoji system today. The monkey figures were based on a quote by Chinese philosopher Confucius, who lived some 2,500 years ago. The Analects of Confucius recorded this conversation between Confucius and his disciple Yan Yuan. Yan asked Confucius how to achieve Ren. Ren is a cherished trait that can be translated into benevolent and virtuous. Confucius said, "To completely subdue oneself and return to propriety is Ren. If one day everyone can achieve this, then this world will return to Ren." The practice of Ren depends on oneself. How could it come from others? Yan asked again, "May I ask in further detail how can this be achieved?" Confucius answered, "Do not watch what is improper. Do not listen to what is improper. Do not speak improperly and do not act improperly." Yan replied, "Although I'm not so smart, I will apply myself to this teaching." So basically, this is how to be a benevolent and virtuous person according to Confucius. Now you may wonder, how does not watching and listening make someone benevolent? In Chinese ideology, human nature is good and compassionate to begin with. Everyone was born pure and innocent. But as they grow up in the society, they get contaminated by deviated messages around them, making them forget about their true nature. By blocking yourself from those bad influences in the world, you're preserving the goodness in you, and that in itself makes you a better person. And not speaking and doing anything bad is pretty self-explanatory, except it's easier said than done. So the monkeys each represent one of these principles. But that means there are supposed to be 4 monkeys, right? How come there are only 3? For that, we have to go back to the 5th century. The Analects has been one of the most widely read books in China and East Asian countries for the past 2,000 years. It arrived in Japan in the 5th century, and it had a deep impact on its culture. When the saying, "Do not watch what is improper, do not listen to what is improper, do not speak improperly, and do not act improperly," is translated into Japanese, parts of the phrase sound like the word for monkey. So although the teachings itself had nothing to do with monkeys, the concept of the monkeys representing the quote was created and spread across Japan based on the play on words. By the 17th century, the famous Toshogu Shrine in Nikko, Japan, incorporated carvings of the 3 monkeys over a door, which turned it into an iconic symbol. The 4th monkey is said to have its hand in between its legs, which was thought to look inappropriate, so they decided to drop it and only show 3 monkeys instead. They were then widely known as the 3 wise monkeys around the world. Other than China and Japan, Kongzi also mentioned the 3 monkeys a lot, which made them even more popular in the West. In 2010, the 3 wise monkeys were approved as part of the Unicode, a universal computer coding language. And by 2015, they were added to emoji version 1.0, cementing their place in the emoji world. So that's how a quote from Confucius' teachings in the 6th century BCE turned into emojis in the 21st century. These are perhaps my favorite emojis of all time, because it's a reminder of the Confucius Code of Conduct whenever I go through my emoji list. In my opinion, you should always be 4 wise monkeys: see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and do no evil. What do you think of these monkeys? Do you think the 4th one should be included? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be making more videos about traditional Chinese culture and universal values, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more. I'll see you next time.